What is going on, guys? Luna here, and I have a story about how I quit my job. And a lot of you guys didn't know that I had a job, but I did, and it's nothing too serious. I just worked at Tim Hortons, and if you don't know what Tim Hortons is, it's a donut place, just like Dunkin' Donuts. But I've heard that Tim Hortons is a lot more Canada side of things. You know, it's a lot, and it's more based out of Canada than where we live. And I live borderline Canada. I'm like 45 minutes away from the border, so I kind of get some of the cool things that Canada gets without having to live there. And yeah, so there's a lot of them here, and I ended up getting a job at one, and my friend's a manager. I actually have two friends who are managers, and I'm friends with some of the employees too, so it was just a perfect job for me. And I got the job, and immediately I kind of fell in love with it because a lot of people there like to just fuck around, and I wasn't going to fuck around. I was being really serious the first few weeks, but I don't know, I just basically was watching everyone, all the employees, all the managers, like they would mess around and just like tell jokes and just say funny stuff on the job. And I don't know, it was kind of making me feel more at place there because, you know, I'm kind of a joker myself, so I thought it was funny. And I noticed that like they could fuck around in the main, like there's this lady there that's like the strict manager, and I'm lucky I didn't get a lot of shifts with her, but she's like the strict manager, and she would like bitch at you for doing like the littlest things, and I didn't fuck around on the job, so I never got in trouble, but they did. And I kind of watched her just like, you know, like she wouldn't really get them in too much trouble. She would, you know, tell them to knock it off, but that was it. And there was one time, okay guys, one time where a bunch of my friends came in, and it was in the middle of the day, and it was me and like a bunch of my buddies working behind the counter. And my friends came in, and I took care of them. I got them donuts. They wanted like a whole dozen and some coffee, and I hooked it up for them. And the cool thing about it is I basically like hooked them up with free Timbits. I bought the Timbits and then just gave them to them. So that was cool, and they were thanking me for that. And we are homies. Keep in mind, guys, these people are they're great friends of mine. And they thought it'd be funny to throw a donut at me. Okay, they took a Timbit out of the little thing and they threw it at me and it hit me in the forehead. I was like, oh, you fucking dick. So my friends was like, oh, you gonna take that, Austin? Don't let them do that to you. So I picked it back up and I threw it back at him, and it hit him right in the jaw. It was so funny. And I was laughing pretty hard. They were all laughing, and they just went back to what they were doing, which was eating and chilling in the lounge area. We have a little lounge corner with like nice ass chairs and a fireplace and a TV. So, you know, we just kind of had a nice laugh about it and then just went back to what we were doing. I went back to cleaning. I was sweeping the floor, and that was it. No big deal. My friend threw a donut at me. I threw it back to him. It was his donut anyway. So what ended up happening was I went home, and the next day before I start my shift, I get a phone call completely freaking out by this manager. This lady is freaking out on the phone, saying that I'm basically, you know, just a scumbag for what I did. You know, you don't throw donuts at customers. And I was just like, wait, who told you, like, who told you this? Because I didn't throw the donut first. The donut was thrown at me as a joke, and it's my best, you know, one of my best friends, so I threw it back at him like it was no big deal. And she was just like, no, it is a big deal. He's a customer. He might not even been your friend. You could be lying to me right now. And you could hear in the background one of the managers goes, it was his friend, trust me. And I was just like, see, it was my friend. And she's like, no, I don't believe you. And I'm like, how is that hard to believe? And she just continues to rant at me, saying that I'm in the wrong here and that I threw a donut at a random customer. And I was like, how can you not believe that that's one of my friends? It's one of my homies. And she was just completely being ignorant about it. And I'm not going to lie, I was in the wrong. I shouldn't have thrown the donut at the kid. It was bad of me. But, you know, maybe I should have just brought it back over to him and laughed about it. But we're friends doing what friends do. We mess with each other. It's not like I damaged the store. And it just kind of made me mad because there's so many people there that do way worse than I do, and I was getting all the shit for it. And instead of telling me to knock it off, she threatened to write me up. And right then and there, I was just kind of like, alright, that's stupid. And I just said, I was like, you know what, I'm kind of not happy with what I'm doing anyway. I'm going to put my 2 weeks in. And I did. I put my 2 weeks in, and I quit. And from that point on, I just was, you know, a little bit happier. I did have another job, but it's nothing that interesting. I was kind of just doing, like, work from one of my close family friends. And that job sucked. But I didn't, you know, I kept that job for a while, but then I ended up just completely, like, I didn't even quit. It just kind of, it was an unofficial job, basically. It just kind of ended. And yeah, I don't know, that's just kind of like my work story. I had one like official job and I quit. And I don't know, some people might call me a dick. Some people might say that, you know, you were right for quitting. But I just thought I would tell you guys this story. So if you enjoyed it, leave a like and leave a comment below if you guys ever had jobs before and if you liked them or not. And yeah, I thought I would tell you guys about this. So yeah, I'm out, guys. I love you all so much. Leave a like for donuts. Peace.